Last year, over on my Mystery Models YouTube channel, I did a video on this oddity from 1980, DC The Superheroes Monthly. Now, I say it's an oddity because it was odd to me in that in the 1970s, regarding Marvel and DC Comics I bought off the spinner rack, and they were the American comics, but just with a pence stamp on them. And therefore American comic, therefore in full colour. Marvel comics, I don't know why, I don't know, I can never remember seeing them on the spinner racks, but you had Marvel UK, you had the Mighty World of Marvel, you had Spider-Man, you had the Avengers, and they were weekly comics with the American stories cut up into chunks, A4 size, black and white. So when I was growing up, Marvel was black and white and DC was colour. And to this day, if I read a comic, a Marvel comic, it could be Star Wars, it could be the Fantastic Four, it could be Spider-Man, any of those in colour look really, really odd because I'm used to reading them. I grew up with them in black and white. The reverse is true then of DC. DC was, the full colour version. So this is an oddity to me because this started in 1980 and it was short-lived. I think it was only like 12 issues. And it's basically a DC version of the Marvel UK's, although this is monthly, but it's the same, pretty much the same size. It was out monthly, stories are chopped up, and in black and white, which is very, very strange to me. It doesn't seem right to read Superman or Batman or whoever in black and white because they're not black and white to me. So this was an odd publication. As you can see, the only good thing about it to me is you can appreciate the line work. I mean, that absolute classic iconic shot by Neil Adams of Batman. It's great in colour, but it's equally as great in black and white. But the rest, it doesn't work for me. All right. So that's what you got. And there was like a revolving door of characters. So of course we've got this classic. See, that doesn't look right in black and white. The Joker's 5-way revenge. But you had interesting little articles. This is Green Lantern in this issue, and then we got Kurt Swan, Superman. But what appealed to me most about getting DC comics, some of them, like from the 50s or the 60s that I'd never read before, okay, they're black and white, but I can read them, were the fantastic covers, brand new covers, which you not only had on the front, but you had on the back, where you get a nice acknowledgement to the artist. So this is Alan Craddock, and this was at a time before you had the likes of the artists who are doing photo-realistic artwork, Alex Ross or whoever. These were very interesting to me, takes on the various characters. This is number 1. Okay, again on the back, that's Alan Craddock. We'll just flick through. There's another classic Neil Adams Batman. And in here we got Wonder Woman. I think it's Don Heck on Wonder Woman. And still Kurt Swan on Superman. All right. And then we've got volume 5, volume 6, and volume 7. This dates to just when these came out because, yeah, Superman 2 was just about to come out. Superman's near the back. Articles on the film World's Finest. I think, this is when Batman and Superman realised the other person's alter egos. I love the fact that Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne are sharing a cabin on board the ship. There's an emergency. The lights go out. They get changed, but wouldn't you know it, the light from a lighthouse shines through, and they both realise who each other are. Very sweet. So that's that. And as I say, oh, that's a very early Superman. I featured these last year on Mystery Models, but there's only a few. I used to have them, and I don't know what happened to them. I either gave them away, or I don't think I sold them on. But I've got what, 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 issues there, and I think there was 12. So I've just bought 2 more, and they've just arrived, and I haven't flicked through them. So potentially I haven't read these for like 40 years. So I thought we would flick through it, and now, because this is a Batman channel, focus on Bruce. All right. So this cover, I don't need to see the back. I can tell who that is. I know he's worked very well from Miracle Man / Marvel Man. This is Gary Leach, and he's actually signed the building Leach. So let's have a look. Oh no, sorry, volume 1, number 2. I saw the 1. It's not issue 1. Oh, that's over there. What am I talking about? Sorry about this. All right, issue 2. What have we got then? So Don Heck again on Wonder Woman. That's nice. When I looked through these last year, I had no memory of the articles that were in them. So that's the different. It's really good that they acknowledge the artists, the various artists. I wonder if they did a Batman one. There's not one in those ones I got last year. And then the origin of Superman in 2 pages. Classic. Superman meets the Nightmare Maker. Where's Batman? That's the reason for this. I love Kurt Swan, but I preferred him as a Superman artist than a Batman artist. Here we go. Legend of the Key Hook Lighthouse. Story Danny O'Neill, art Irv Novick and Dick, and I can never say his name, Giordano. Is that right? Let me know. You know, I don't think I've ever read this story. Well, I would have read it back then in 1980. I don't remember this story. No, I don't know this story at all. Oh, that's good. Something to read a little bit later. An advert for the little pocket books. There we are. Right. And then we've got number 7. Unfortunately, not much in the way of Batman there. This Superman is obviously styled on Christopher Reeve. Bit of a Justice League action. It's a shame Batman's got his back to us. So what we got? Superman and Batman. This has got to be World's Finest then. Story Bob Haney. Oh, it's Jose. Now, is it Josie or Jose Luis Garcia Lopez? One of my favourite Batman artists. And Murphy Anderson on inks. This is early days. Yeah, this is early. And I don't know this story. World's Finest is something I am considering collecting along with Brave and the Bold. Where to step in? Where's a good joining point, you know? This one isn't too superhero-y. God, it goes on, doesn't it? This must be the full story. Yeah, it is. And then we've got Hawkman. Good old Joe Kubert on art. Lovely stuff. There's usually a 3rd strip, or is that World's Finest so long? Oh no, we got another one. Who have we got? Oh, we got the Flash, the Master of Mirrors. Okay. I said before, I'm not. What? Oh, blimey. Yeah, I don't think yeah. I was never keen on the Flash comics. What I saw of him, everything was a little bit silly. And that bears it out. So who is the artist? Oh, it's Alan Craddock, still. Oh, okay. There we go. All right, so that's 2 more to my collection. Yeah, these are little curiosities. Yeah, if you've never read these, you can pick them up quite cheap. I got these for only like a couple of pounds each, and they're worth having a flick through. You know, filling your gap in your experience of the particular heroes. But as I say, it's an oddity to me. DC Comics are full colour, not black and white.